Big news! The original painting of this video's thumbnail and first image, commonly known as Man Ape, which features Conan the Barbarian, sold for a record-shattering $13.5 million, including the buyer's premium, on September 12, 2025 at Heritage Auctions. This is currently the highest auction result for any Frazetta work and any comic or fantasy artwork. Following this image are 7 more Frazetta paintings featuring Conan, then a chronological series of 47 covers of the Savage Sword of Conan comic book series published by Marvel Comics from issue number 1 in 1974 to issue number 47 in 1979, with art by multiple other artists. As the images go by, information is provided about Frank Frazetta and then Conan. Starting in the 1960s, a series of Conan paperback books were published, 8 of which had phenomenal artist Frank Frazetta covers that set the look of Conan from that point on. The covers looked either the same or similar to the first 8 images in this video. Frank Frazetta was an American fantasy and science fiction artist noted for comic books, paperback book covers, paintings, posters, LP record album covers, and other media. He is often referred to as the godfather of fantasy art and one of the most renowned illustrators of the 20th century. He lived from 1928 to 2010. He was born in Brooklyn, New York City, and was the only boy in a family of 3 sisters, and spent much time with his grandmother, who began encouraging him in art when he was 2 years old. At age 8, he attended the Brooklyn Academy of Fine Arts. At age 16, in 1944, he began working in comics artist Bernard Bailey's studio doing pencil cleanups. After this, he did more work in the comic book industry. Later, he produced paintings for mass-market paperback editions of adventure books. His interpretation of Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian visually redefined the genre of sword and sorcery and had an enormous influence on succeeding generations of artists. Frazetta's work in comics during this time were cover paintings and a few comic stories in black and white for the Warren Publishing horror and war magazines, Creepy, Eerie, Vampirella, and Blazing Combat. The 1983 animated epic dark fantasy adventure movie Fire and Ice was a collaboration between Ralph Bakshi and Frank Frazetta. Conan was created by Robert E. Howard, who also created Almuric, Kull, and other characters. Robert E. Howard was an American writer who lived from 1906 to 1936. Howard is regarded as the father of the sword and sorcery subgenre. The earliest appearance of a Howard character named Conan was that of a black-haired barbarian with heroic attributes in the 1931 short story People of the Dark. By 1932, Howard had officially conceptualized Conan, and in his lifetime wrote 21 stories starring the barbarian, many for Weird Tales pulp magazine. Over the years, many other writers have written works featuring Conan. Many Conan stories involve him in heroic adventures filled with princesses and wizards. The setting is in a mythical Hyborian age set in the time after the fall of Atlantis and before any known civilization. Conan has a penchant for saving damsels in distress, a humorous nature, and enduring loyalty. Conan's main abilities are strength, combativeness, intelligence, agility, and endurance. Conan is a Cimmerian and was born on a battlefield and is the son of a village blacksmith. Conan matured quickly as a youth, and by age 15 he was already a respected warrior who had participated in the destruction of the Aquilonian fortress of Venarium. After its demise, Conan was struck by wanderlust and began the adventures chronicled by Howard, encountering skulking monsters, evil wizards, and beautiful princesses. Conan roamed throughout the Hyborian Age nations as a thief, outlaw, mercenary, and pirate. As Conan grew older, he began commanding vast units of warriors and escalating his ambitions. In his 40s, Conan seized the crown from the tyrannical king of Aquilonia, the most powerful kingdom of the Hyborian Age, having strangled the previous ruler on the steps of his own throne. Conan's adventures often result in him performing heroic feats, though his motivation for doing so is largely to protect his own survival or for personal gain. In 1982, there was a Conan the Barbarian movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan, and later there were more movies about Conan. In the near future, do you want a new live-action movie made about Conan? If so, is there an actor that you want cast as Conan? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Sword and Sorcery playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.